I feel really bad. I've ruined your day, haven't I? Yeah. Well, bye-bye.
Bangers with beef, inspired by McKechnie Jess.
Lots of people have rated it 34, 29, 29, 30, 32, 32, 40, 36, 36. So I'm going to put them up on the board at about 34, 35. They've been a massive hit with the public here at the Good Food Show.
OK, so McKechnie Jess makes some good stuff as well, but these bangers are a work of crap genius because people seem to genuinely like the taste. So what's to stop anybody getting a load of cheap byproducts and making them taste nice? Because after all...
Why should McKechnie Jess have all the glory? What I could do is make an even more disgusting product, and then I could be crowned the greatest purveyor of disgusting food in Britain.
I can't say I'm sorry to see the back of the Good Food Show. I think I've outgrown it. I need to come up with my own food. I need to put together a series of horrible ingredients that I then turn into something that looks and tastes like a delicious food product. Put it out on the market myself, and then I will be the victorious winner of the prize for the most disgusting food legally on sale in Britain.
Yeah, we can't cut it, we can't get it.
Ah, that's it.
There we are.
Now, I don't want to reinvent the wheel here, so I'm going to pick up where McKechnie Jess left off and use their banger ingredients as the basis for my superfood.
What do you think about that?
This is obviously a preliminary recipe of disaster, in my opinion.
So I'm having my recipe checked over by a Harley Street nutritionist to make sure it's bad enough.
It's a question of really see what value the food is actually bringing to you. One of the food will bring value to your body, whereas the other food will actually be detrimental to your body.
So it's actually sucking out what nutrients you had in there already?
That's correct. As far as nutrition, probably if you were to add in a scale from 1 to 10, yeah, so like that, and we go to there, there's been 20.
20?
Yeah, I would rate that a good 18.5.
The sense of disgust.
That'd still be a 10.
Is there anything in there that you would not expect to find?
I'd go for a 9.
Is there anything in there that is particularly bad for you?
I'm struggling to find something decent, really.
No, don't try too hard.
This is a 9.5.
47 out of 40. And that's
interesting.
Our best one to date.
I've arranged to meet Simon here. He says we can trust their sausages. And he should know, he's a food technologist. I need his help.
I've got this mass of slimy, unappetising rubbish, and I want to turn it into something that will not only look beautiful, but taste delicious. What things can I do?
Well, food technologists have been facing similar challenges to this for a very long time. If you think about it, you've got this stuff, this slurry, but you need something to hold it in place. So that usually means you either make it into a sausage or you use it as the filling for a pie. Years ago, there was this guy called John Rudkin, and he came up with this concept called sweet fat, which is basically refined flour, sugar, and a hydrogenated fat, all mixed up together, and he called that sweet fat. And the great thing about sweet fat is you can turn it into lots of other things. So that is the basis for cakes, pies, pastries, biscuits, cookies. It's very versatile. It's also incredibly cheap.
And hydrogenated fat is really bad for you?
It is. We now know that it produces trans fats, and trans fats are something that human beings aren't meant to eat.
Could I combine that with all the sort of connective tissue and meat full of water and all that sort of stuff?
You've got a meat pie.
Yes. Would you like some? Of course. Go on, help yourself. Dig in.
If you fancy some hydrogenated fat made by pumping hydrogen through vegetable oil, I recommend, amongst others, KFC's Zinger Burger. Or you can buy some pastry from Booker and make some delicious pies like I'm going to. Increases risk of coronary heart disease, contains no nutritional value.
Now, further from speaking to Simon, I've moved the idea on a little bit. As well as doing a meat pie, I'm going to do a sweet pie, mainly because it rhymes. But also because I think it's quite a nice idea that you've got a savoury and a sweet pie in a single package. And what happens in the Process Research Centre?
Yes, we'll carry out a lot of food testing here. and trial testing.
So food companies can test out their new ideas for products.
Exactly. Yes.
Some of the big names.
Yes, a lot of products that in the marketplace are born here.
Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of well-known brands as well. Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a new kid on the block.
The Process Research Centre is where I'm going to make my pies. It's like no kitchen I've ever seen. I love it.
Must be quite exciting though for you guys to be pushing the technology to its limits.
That's right.
And really, seeing what these machines can really do.
Oh yes, yeah. We never have dreamt of using it for something like this.
But now, sky's the limit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting a bit peckish. Port rind, bring it on. Before it looks like a turd, better. Come on. Come on. See?
1, 2, 3, 3.
Of course, at one time, to put the M's on the top of the pies, you would have some sort of machine which pressed out the tops, but we're doing it by hand so that we can actually charge more for the pies and make more profit. And when we scale this up to an industrial scale, we'll just ship in an army of underpaid Eastern European labour to do the job for us. That's a W, not an M. You idiot. Do them all again. But this is a recipe that we've come up with for the fruit pie. What are your feelings about that? I mean, it has got 21% apple.
Okay, this is quite impressively good for your purpose and disastrous for mine.
Yeah.
If people would eat this day in and day out, the impact that we would have from some of these preventable degenerative diseases, some of these could be absolutely huge and vast.
Oh, that's horrible. It looks like some sort of cell culture or something, some bacterial thing that they've grown in a lab to infect people. Oh, jeez. That's what human life came out of in the swamp, isn't it? Why is it so gooey? What is it in it that's making it so gloopy and...
It's something called waxy maize modified starch, and it's there as a thickener and a gelling agent. It allows you to add more water to the filling, having the waxy maize starch there.
You know what it looks like? Wallpaper paste.
Well, that's very similar to what it is.
Yeah.
Wallpaper paste is a starch and water solution, and so is what we've got here.
So we could actually use this to stick things onto the walls?
Absolutely.
I can't tell you which product I based my exceedingly good pie filling on.
I love it when a plan comes together.
But their exceedingly good pastry was no use to me because they took hydrogenated fat out some months ago, so I had to use Booker's own brand.
And this is all legal, isn't it? This is...
Everything we're doing here is legal.
This is what happens every day of the week in cafes up and down the country, etc.
We are obeying...
You're not going to get...
No, we are obeying the food labelling regulations and the food production regulations here. Everything we're doing is according to the rules.
The temperature is 490.
Okay, there's our meat pie. Now, does the M stand for meat? Does it stand for mischief? Or maybe it's W for waste products or water? Or is it E for E numbers? Or excrement? 200 disgusting pies. Done!
To use some of the tricks of the trade that people might use to sort of deceive the consumer into thinking it is something more than it is to use instant heritage and actually create a sort of personality for it. Like